Hi, it's me again. An interesting question was raised at Wednesday Wanderers a week ago. Image size and resolution is actually an interesting question when you share your work online and it is to be viewed on a screen. The reality is, once you post your work online, the actual size has no relevance to the viewer. And worse, you have very little control over the device or screen that the work will be viewed upon. So, what to do? Let's start with the smallest picture element that can hold detail. It's called a pixel, and it will normally consist of 4 light-emitting diodes, and those will have the colours. 2 will be green, 1 will be red, and 1 will be blue. With precise modern manufacturing techniques, these diodes can be tiny, just a fraction of a millimetre. Whilst TVs have always been capable of showing pictures, it wasn't until the IBM PC in 1987 and IBM's Video Graphic Array, which we know as VGA, but that marks the point where we could start to see decent colour pictures rendered on a computer screen. Over the next couple of decades, things have progressed a long way. We first went through Super VGA and then up to what's called high definition or HD, and this covers most monitors, smaller TVs. We've moved to what's called full HD, and this is the resolution of the larger screen TVs. These have made a massive difference to the quality of image you can see on a computer monitor. At the same time that computer screens and TVs were improving resolution, mobile phones were developing at a great rate, albeit on a smaller screen. Steve Jobs had the great idea of a Retina screen as a marketing tool, and that would be the screen where you couldn't see the dots. There is a glimmer of science behind this. The resolution that the viewer sees depends mostly on the quality of their eyesight, the viewing distance, and the separation of the pixels, not the actual resolution of the screen. The image here is not to scale, but that forms a very narrow elongate triangle, and it's relatively easy to calculate pixel density. The Apple engineers assumed a 2020 person would have an angular resolution of around 1 degree. However, most people have better eyesight than 2020, and a lot of the Apple fanboys quickly discovered that they could see the dots on the Retina screens. But still, this really marks the point. We've reached a resolution where most people won't be able to tell the difference between something of high resolution and a given resolution for a particular screen at a particular distance. So phone screens are normally viewed at about 20 centimetres, whereas a computer would be anywhere from 60 centimetres to a metre, and big screen TVs are probably viewed from about 3 metres on the couch. So now we have a little bit of context when posting images online or to social media. For a phone, we want to have images between 1,000 and 1,200 pixels. Now, it doesn't matter whether it's vertically or horizontally, the longest axis is still going to be what determines the resolution. When you go to a monitor or perhaps a Zoom meeting, the size is likely to require 1,200 to 2,000 pixels along the longest side. And then for really big displays, such as the projector for our monthly members gallery, you want to go up to 2,004. Please note, this resolution does not apply to work you want printed. That will require its own hint. See ya.